An apparently perfect family, a separation full of conflict, and a court decision that changed everything. What began as a routine visit ended unexpectedly, and now a desperate mother searches for answers. Want to know how a simple afternoon turned into a years-long mystery? Stay with me to uncover the shocking details of this real and gripping story. Julia Potter was born on December 18, 2007 in Bulgaria, a country located in southeastern Europe and the Balkans. Her mother, Ralitza, was Bulgarian, while her father, Jason Potter, was from the United States. Shortly after Julia was born, the family moved to the United States and settled in Seattle, Washington. Julia was described as a normal little girl who enjoyed drawing and painting pictures. She loved anything related to princesses, and her room was entirely decorated with Disney drawings. From the outside, the family seemed perfect. But the truth was that since Julia's birth, her parents' relationship had been deteriorating. Their behavior, in fact, changed over time until it reached a point where both realized they no longer wanted to stay together. As a result, the couple's separation became inevitable. This separation did not happen amicably. On the contrary, it was filled with conflicts that greatly affected little Julia. After the separation, the ex-couple began to fight for custody of their daughter. A tough legal battle ensued until Ralitza, Julia's mother, won the right to custody of her daughter in court. Jason frequently visited his daughter and tried to be as present as possible in her life. However, Jason never accepted the court's decision to grant custody of his daughter to his ex-wife. In his mind, he had been wronged and was determined to fix this somehow. In November 2014, Julia went to spend some time at her father's house. However, when it was time for Jason to return his daughter to his ex-wife, he did not show up. Hours passed, and all of Ralitza's attempts to contact her ex-husband failed. Jason did not answer any of the calls, nor did he return them. Very worried, Ralitza decided to contact the police and asked them to go to Jason's house to check on the situation. Upon arriving at the scene, the police found the house empty. Apparently, Jason had fled with his daughter. At that time, there was only 1 month left until Julia turned 7 years old, and she was in first grade. During the investigations to locate Jason and his daughter, authorities spoke with the man's lawyers. According to them, before Jason disappeared, he had told them that he was going to go away for a while. In the following days, the search for Jason and Julia intensified. Various media outlets began to spread the story, including photos and descriptions of the father and daughter, asking anyone who might see them to inform the authorities immediately. Authorities suspected that Jason's relatives were hiding him along with his daughter. Some of these relatives lived in the cities of Seattle and Olympia, Washington. The police even went to these relatives' houses but found no trace of Jason or Julia. Later, officers also checked some homes in the Tacoma and Bellingham areas, where some of Jason's close friends lived, but nothing was found. A few days later, Jason changed his Facebook profile picture to an image of the singer Lionel Richie. He also posted a quote that said, "Hello, is it me you're looking for?" This clearly showed how carefree and confident Jason was that he would never be caught. Jason was 45 years old at the time of the events, and the police discovered that he had a liking for boats and forests. With this, they theorized that Jason might have used a boat to flee with his daughter or was hiding in some cabin located in the forests of Washington. If that were the case, these would be vast areas to cover in a possible search. A woman posted a comment on the Facebook page created regarding Julia's kidnapping. In her comment, this woman claimed to have seen a man and a girl whose descriptions matched those of Jason and Julia along the northern Olympic Peninsula in Washington state. This is an area where people commonly go for hiking and outdoor activities. The woman said she was almost certain it was Jason and his daughter, and that at the moment she saw them, she did not have her phone with her, but later informed the authorities about what she had witnessed. The police checked all the leads and reported sightings, but nothing was confirmed. As time passed, weeks turned into months and months turned into years. It was only in 2021 that authorities obtained a new lead regarding Jason Potter. He had been seen at a nursing home in Olympia, the capital of Washington state. At that time, Jason had gone there to visit his father, who had been in the nursing home for several years. The staff said Jason was not allowed to enter because the facility was under strict rules regarding physical contact due to the global health crisis that began in 2019. Despite this, Jason insisted on seeing his father, claiming he had driven a long way to get there, but none of the witnesses at the location saw him enter or leave a vehicle. One of the witnesses said that initially, she did not recognize Jason because he had a lot of facial hair, but when she recognized him, she immediately called the authorities. However, when the police arrived at the nursing home in Olympia, Jason had already left. Witnesses said he was alone and that they did not see any sign of Julia. According to the witnesses, that was the first time Jason had tried to see his father since he kidnapped his daughter. After that, Jason disappeared again, and no new leads about his or Julia's whereabouts emerged. In the meantime, authorities received various reports of supposed sightings of Jason. Some of these sightings pointed to the other side of the world, in Asia. Some people said they saw someone very similar to Jason, and he was with a girl who could be Julia. However, none of these sightings could be confirmed by the authorities. In January 2014, authorities theorized that Jason might have dressed as a woman to hide his identity in public. This theory emerged after the police gained access to photos of Jason dressed as a woman that were posted on a website at a time when he worked as a model. These photos were taken years before the kidnapping, and Jason's profile on the site had been deleted, which is why the police took time to learn about them. One of these photos was made public in the hope of reaching someone who might have seen Jason in that way. As you can see, Jason looks completely different and could easily go unnoticed if he indeed dressed as a woman during his escape. Currently, Julia Potter is close to turning 17, and many questions remain unanswered. Does Julia have a new identity and live a relatively normal life? Is she hiding with her father and has no contact with anyone? Is she still alive? Regarding this last question, people close to Jason claim he would never be capable of harming his daughter. However, despite this, no hypothesis is ruled out. Ralitza, Julia's mother, has lived in distress all these years. She maintains a Facebook page about Julia's kidnapping called Finding the Kidnapped Julia Potter, where she makes various posts about the case. During an interview, Ralitza said she believes that one day Julia will come home. Well, folks, that was today's video. It was short, but the story of Julia Potter is full of intriguing details that deserve attention. I'm working on longer content with new and solved cases, so make sure to subscribe to the channel to stay updated. If this story impacted you in any way, leave a comment so we can all reflect on what really happened. Good folks, so that's it. Thank you very much for watching me up to this point, and see you in the next video.